Hello everybody, welcome back, and today we are going to be making some beef jerky. What you're going to need for this video is a dehydrator, flank steak, cutting board, Dale steak seasoning, Montreal steak seasoning, red pepper flakes, everything salt, teriyaki sauce, and a sharp knife. Let's start cooking. Start off with your flank steak. And then get yourself a sharp knife. And see all this fat? We have to trim all that fat off because fat does not dehydrate well and makes the jerky really chewy. So we have to try and get as much off of this, get as much of the fat off as we can. So we got all of our steak all trimmed up, looking pretty nice, not a lot of fat on them. We're going to get them thinner so that they dehydrate quicker, and by just doing that we're going to get a Ziploc bag, slide the steak inside of it, get a hammer, like an everyday hammer, bang it down until it's nice and thin where we want it, and then we'll marinate it and put it into the dehydrator. We're going to throw it into a Ziploc bag, get it all nice and flat inside of there. That wasn't a very good job. There we go. So that's all flat. We're going to get a trusty old hammer. It's just a nail hammer. And then we're going to give it a couple good old whacks to get it thin so it'll dehydrate faster. So these are all looking pretty good. Let's cut them up into the actual jerky strips. I like to cut mine cross length so that whenever you bite it off, it comes off very easy. So we're going to make probably about an inch in the width. Remember, because these shrink in the dehydrator, it doesn't really matter how long they are. That's your preference. So just like that, that's looking pretty good. So we got to do that with all of the pieces that we do. All of the individual steaks. Get yourself a bowl. It doesn't really matter what size, it just has to fit all of this luscious meat, and then also this steak seasoning. Okay, and the meat goes into the bowl. So we got that. So now that the meat is all in the bowl, we're going to get our Dale steak marinade. We're just gonna pour this in here until it's about 3/4 covering the steak. And then I have some from my last batch, so we're just gonna use this. Next is our Montreal steak seasoning. Let's go, I don't know, however much you like. That looks about good. See that bad boy? Oh yeah. Next, teriyaki sauce. This is what brings home the bacon, or jerky. Just however much you like, just about like that, that's good. Lastly, we have some everything salt. Why not? Salt makes everything good, and everything makes everything good. One last thing, a dash of water. Alright, so now we're going to mix all of our ingredients together and just brings home the bacon or the jerky. I already said that joke. So now we're going to mix all of our ingredients together, and this part is what's so important. You got to have the technique of just getting the steak inside the marinade. So you want to have at least one part of the strip covered in marinade. So what I do is I just press it down until almost all of it is in the marinade. And this stuff is great. This only takes 20 minutes to marinate. None of this overnight. So every 5 minutes you're going to stir it. Looks like that. 5 minutes, we'll be back. Alright, 5 minutes is up. Let's stir these bad boys around. And they should be absorbing some of the marinade. So if you see less marinade in your bowl, that's a good sign. 5 more minutes. And it is done marinating. So you can get yourself a strainer. So I got a strainer type thing. You can use a regular strainer, like in the sink, it really doesn't matter. And then so you can hold it above so that all the juices drop down. So you're just gonna get your meat. Well, I made a mess there. Put all of your meat inside of here. Alright, now get your dehydrator out. So I have my dehydrator. I use a Nesco. I really like it. I haven't had any problems with it. So you get your dehydrator. You don't need any special trays, just these type of trays are fine. Probably gonna need 2. So you get your jerky and then you layer it on. You don't want it clumped up too much because you still want air to flow through so it can actually dehydrate the meat. This looks good. So we have our dehydrator. Put the top on. And so for this beef jerky, you're going to want it at 160 for about 5 to 6 hours. And then by then, it should be nice and ready. About 6 hours in the dehydrator on 160. You come out with about 10 to 12 pieces. And we're going to vacuum seal these because if we don't vacuum seal them, then everybody will eat them in less than a day. So I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe.